Hey guys, it's Tiara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be finally doing my inner hijab review video, and I've been getting lots of requests recently on my Instagram asking me when I'm gonna be doing this video, what are my thoughts on certain inners, etc, etc. So you know what? I thought that finally I think I'm ready to film this video. Before we jump right into it, be sure you're subscribed to my channel if you're not already, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified as to when I upload a brand new video. Now that that's out of the way, let's jump right into it. Before we begin, I just would like to say that overall, I still have not found the perfect hijab inner for me. I don't think such things exist because I don't know, I just find that it's very dependable. It kind of depends on the person's hair type, the hair length, and the material that everyone likes. So sometimes certain things like this is a little bit subjective. Over the last couple of months that I've been wearing the hijab and testing out these particular inners, I have not been able to find one that I find that really ticks all of my boxes. So just to share, my ideal hijab inner would be it has this soft material, soft jersey material that doesn't stink up. It's a slip-on and or tie back, and it is rounded. That's my preference, and it doesn't poke, like it doesn't push my hair out. You know, like it doesn't let my hair slip around, slip and slide, and peeks out. And of course, doesn't slip back. And lastly, it is of a reasonable price. So that's a lot to ask for in a hijab inner, if you were to ask me. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's like a unicorn kind of thing, you know, like I don't really know whether I can find it, but I've been really impressed with some of the ones that I've tried, and I'm finally ready to share with you guys my review on them. Also, just, you know, a disclaimer, this video is not like, I'm not going to be ranking the products or ranking the hijab inners. I'm going to be giving ratings for these 7 hijab inners, and I'm going to be rating them based on the price, comfortability, and whether or not it slips back, and I guess like in the long run how I think it might wear, you know, like after like a lot of use. One more thing before we continue on with this video, the inners that I'll be mentioning are specifically inner caps, so they are not ninjas. They are not the ones that, you know, cover until here. They are really like snow caps, like macam serkup, you know. Yeah, serkup, that's such a old school word, but yeah, serkup. So I'll be just focusing on those. Alright, so in no particular order, let's start. I have my phone here where I've noted down my thoughts on these inners, so yeah, just don't mind me if I refer to it. I'm gonna start off with a very well-known brand in the hijab community, and it is Duck. So this is my snow cap, the Duck snow cap. This was the first one that I ever bought, and I rate this 2 out of 5. I think if you follow me on Instagram, and if you have heard me like talk about or share about inner caps on my Instagram stories, you would know that I don't really like this. Number one, I think that actually the price point, I find it's a little bit on the pricier side, like just a tad bit. It's about between 16 to 19 SGD depending on the type of inner cap that you buy. I can't remember how much this costs, and they don't have it on their website. And this one is like the first generation one, so it's not like the 2.0 where it's slightly bigger at the back. I love the material of this. I like that it's very soft and very comfortable. The thing I just get very frustrated with it is that it always slips back, and then I get so angry, and then I can just like, it just spoils my mood. So that's why I give it a 2 out of 5. I wish that for like how it is, right, I think that it could be priced a little bit lower, because yeah, there are others that I have on hand that feels quite similar, but they are priced slightly lower. After prolonged use, it just loses its elasticity. And if you have, like for me, I have my hair is slightly on the longer side, and when I bun it up, I put my poof, which is not the duck poof, I cannot get the duck poof, it is too big for me. The duck poof cannot fit inside here. Just saying, I tried, it kept slipping back. So the bun actually plays a big role in how your inner will stay. So I think that's another factor that will affect you know, how your inner stays throughout the day. But yeah, my bun cannot fit in here. My bun fits like half of the fabric. Then like this is just like for the circumference of my head, and when you have lesser elasticity, it will just slide back. So yeah, I'll just give this a 2 out of 5. I rate it like I give it points for the comfortability. Alright, next up is the Adina Anis inner, and this is the like the V or the crisscross inner. Yeah. So this inner is the one that goes like that. It's not like the curved one. I prefer the normal like this one that I have on inside under my hijab. This is one of the this is the most expensive inner I've ever purchased. This retails at 29 Singapore dollars, and it has a very interesting shape. It looks like that. So the back, there's some sort of ruching, and at the front you have the V. So it's not like your typical snow cap or beanie, if I do say so myself. It has a very unique shape, and I appreciate it because it can fit like poofs and long hair, and you don't have to worry about it like sliding back. Even though it's pricey, I rate it a 4 out of 5 because the material is really good. And it's like those kind of soft jersey material, very comfortable, and it really grips at the right places. So like it's kind of hard to put on in the beginning because you know you have to like, especially when you're wearing makeup, then you kind of have to make sure that it doesn't hit the front part or the top part of the inner. And the thing is, it just lays down and grips at the correct places. So for me, it just grips very nicely around my face, so like this area, so it doesn't like slide back. This is like the inner, right, that doesn't slide back as much as everything else at all the rest of them. So this is like I would say that this is the best inner in terms of it keeps my hair in and it doesn't slip back. It does slip back a little bit, but it's not as bad as the others, or rather it's not as bad as the rest lah. It's not that the others are kind of bad. It's just that out of everyone that slips, this one slips the least. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so yeah, that's why I rate it a 4 out of 5. And elasticity wise, I feel that after I use this for a couple of times, I use this mainly when I'm using the Lux turban shawl because it's like that, right? Yeah, for this one, I feel like it can last very long, and I just really like how it's shaped. I think it's really made for, this is where the back of the head is supposed to go. I really think that it's made for like people who love big poof, small poof, short hair, long hair. It's just an all-rounder thing, and it doesn't like slide back because it's gripped at, it grips your face at the correct places, and it doesn't give me a headache. So yeah, this is pricey, but I give it a 4 out of 5. I deduct 1 point because it's very expensive. But other than that, it's very good lah. Next one is by Al Humaira. This is also a very soft, very nice jersey-ish kind of like inner cap. I forgot what I got. I'll put it like right here, the exact name, but basically it's the one where it's a slip-on and there's some ruching at the back, which I really like because I thought it was gonna be helpful to hold all of my hair here. This is actually very reasonably priced. It's like about 12 Singapore dollars, which I think is not so bad. This is a very basic one, very affordable. It's 12 Singapore dollars. And yeah, I think that is a good basic to have day to day. It also has, similar to the Adlin's one, where they have like the ruching at the back, supposedly to hold your bun. This one definitely can hold big buns and big poofs, so that's a plus. The only thing about this is that this slips back, and this thing doesn't really work for me. Like the ruching at the back here, the band where it's supposed to fall at the nape of my neck, it doesn't actually hold my hair that well, so sometimes my hair does slip out. For this, I give it a 3 out of 5 because I have had frustrations using this because it kept slipping back and my hair kept coming out at the ends, and then it like crawled to the front, and then like it's just a whole big mess, and it's just very frustrating. So that's why I give it a 3 out of 5. However, I do like it because it is those kind of like inners where you can just put on underneath a scarf for like quick errands. I think it's a good basic to have. Like if you want a lot of inners, right, then you can just buy a lot of these and then you can just keep rotating them. It's not super horrible or bad, it's just that my experience is that it keeps slipping back for me, and that was just like really annoying. How I like to use this to work for me is I will actually wear the Al Humaira inners underneath my Lux turban shawls from Edina Anis. You can choose not to wear any inners under the Lux turban shawls, but I prefer to do so because I feel more secure with it. So yeah, that's how I use it, because it's the Edina Anis Lux square turban shawls is like the one that you can tie at the back. So when you tie at the back, it's more secure and the likelihood of it slipping back is actually very minimal. So that's how I make the Al Humaira inners work for me. Alright, next up is the Uma net. So this is a gift from one of my colleagues actually, and she bought this from me when she was in KL like last year. No, actually earlier this year, because I started wearing the hijab this year. Yeah, before COVID. So yeah, this is the Uma net. Basically, it's a tie bag. I love tie bags, by the way. Like I either go between slip-ons or tie bags, but I prefer tie bags because I get to like secure it tightly, as tight as I want or as loose as I want at the back. For this one, I rate it a 3.5. Why? Because again, the material is really good. Price-wise, it's quite similar to the dark price. Is about like $17. And I really like the innovation here because there's a net at the back. This is supposed to like make your hair more breathable, because when we wear hijabs all day, like sometimes it can get really hot and stuffy. So the design here is pretty innovative and I give them that. The only issue I have with this is that my hair tends to poke out from the net. So sometimes if I'm wearing like a chiffon or something and I'm wearing this underneath, like my hair, I can feel like my hair kind of sticking and poking out. It feels kind of weird. If you stand very close to me, you can actually see them poking out. So yeah, that's the downside about this. Sliding wise, it doesn't slide that much. It slides a little bit, so that's fine for me. It's not as rabak as as Duck and Al Humaira, but Al Humaira also not so bad lah. The slipperity, anyhow make your own word. But yeah, so this is actually a pretty good one. I just like the innovation. I think it's very well made. It feels very solid lah as a product. Right, moving on is another product from Uma, and this is the Uma inner dagu. So this is my highest rated inner. And why? It's because of this dagu thing here. So basically, when you wear it, you put it's like this. So you have, just ignore lah. Yeah, so the dagu part, you just put it at your dagu. Dagu is chin in Malay. So you just secure it here. And why I rate it 4.5 out of 5 is because this doesn't slip. This is the most secure inner I have tried. Okay, this is the most secure inner. The material is very soft. It's much softer than the Uma net one that I showed before this. This is so soft, very comfortable, and very secure. If you really want your inner to stay put and not slide back, right, this is the answer. Not only that, the dagu part actually acts as a small neck cover. You know, if you're wearing, like for example, a tri-scarf, you know, something that is kind of loose that you don't pin under your chin and you are afraid that your neck will be exposed. Yeah, this actually helps to do that. Okay, why I only give it 4.5 out of 5? Because like, but Tiara, it doesn't move. It's so secure. Like, why don't you give it a 5 out of 5? Well, and that's because there's limitations to using the inner dagu. If you wear an inner dagu or like by the way, this is not the only brand that has this kind of inner. There's other brands that have it as well. If you wear this, you are kind of limited in the hijab styles that you want to use. Or style. You can only use this when you are, you know, doing something that you're pinning under your chin. If let's say you are doing something that's like you want to pin at the back, like the pin at the back style, this won't work because it's exposed and it's kind of weird. So yeah, that's just why I give it 0.5 points less. The security is there, your hair will confirm plus shock won't come out one, and it's very comfortable and it's affordable also. This was $17.90. I mean, it's a little bit more on the pricey side, but if you think about it, there's like this additional thing here, it's a tie bag, and it's just very secure. So yeah, that's my thought. So if you are someone who often wears your hijab style like pin under the chin, and you want something that's very secure, you can consider the Inner Dagu or from any other brand that has the chin, like the chin support, if I do say so myself, because it really helps because it's just securing it there and it's not gonna move. Unlike a normal inner hijab like the snow cap version without the dagu, because that one there's nothing to kind of put it together, right? But for this it does. So yeah. Next up is the most affordable inner in my collection, and it is by Ellie Apparels. I've mentioned them a lot in my videos because I find that they have very affordable basics, especially for people who are new to wearing the hijab like myself. Yeah, it's just something that if let's say you are not really sure if you want to invest in very expensive modest wear or modest basics, you can go ahead and go to Ellie Apparels. So this is their inner cap. It's a tie bag. Again, I told you I really like tie bags. This one you can actually adjust according to how tight you want the hijab to be around your head. I have the crisscross version, but I prefer, they just didn't have stock when I went to buy this, so I just got this one. But it's not very obvious, so I don't mind it. This is actually really affordable. It's like $5.90. I love the material. It feels like macam baju tidur, like pajamas kind of feel. Okay, my rating for this is actually pretty high. It's 4 out of 5. The reason why I rated it so high is because of the price point, the material, and also it just does the job. It doesn't slip back that much, and I know that if all else fails, I can just use the Ellie Apparels one and it's kind of good to go. Like, I don't feel like I'm losing much, I don't feel like a lot of pain if like this wears out. And yeah, I mean, it does wear out. Like after a while it will lose the elasticity because the material is kind of stretchy. But that's the thing, right? It's like $5.90 and you can buy like a bunch of these and you can just rotate them all the time. But I guess another downside to it is that I personally find that a lot of maybe I never see properly lah, but for me, I'm very, like currently I've been into like skin color inner caps because it just matches with more of my hijab. Yeah, like my hijab colors, I like more like plain neutral ones. I don't really like to go for black anymore unless I'm wearing a dark colored hijab, which is actually not very often. So yeah, I just hope that I can find more like neutral, creamy or skin colored inner hijabs from Ellie Apparels. Alright, now we are on to the last inner that I've tried over the last couple of months, and it is by the Tudung People. So this is a new one actually that I got in the mail today, and I got the Najwa necktie, and this is my third piece. So I guess you can say that I'm a big fan. Okay, for the Tudung People one, I actually rate it a 4.25 out of 5. I know, got 0.25 quarter all. But the reason why is because, okay, number one, this is $13.50, and I think that's a very good price point. It's not incredibly like more than $15, but at the same time, it's not below $10. I think it's very mid-rangey. And why I chose the tie bag is because, again, I like the tie bags, and for the Tudung People inner caps, I find that they can fit my bun and my hair very well. I like how it sits on my face, and the material is just very cooling and very comfortable. You will realize that I'm very big on like the material. I am a jersey kind of texture material for my inner hijabs kind of person. I don't really like those kind of like airism kind of material for my inners. I just don't really like it. I really love this one quite a lot. I like how it lays on my head. It doesn't slip back as much as well. It slips back but just a little bit. I can live with it. It doesn't frustrate me. Yeah, but the one thing that I would have to say is why I gave it like a couple of marks lower is because why I rated slightly lower is because I can foresee that there might be some issues with elasticity after prolonged use. But so far I have two others that I keep re-wearing over and over again, and alhamdulillah I don't see any I don't see the effect. Like, I don't feel that it's losing its elasticity or whatever. I think it's just nice. I think it's still okay for now, but I don't know in the future after wearing it for a couple of years. I'm not sure if it will change. And another reason why I like it is because when I put it on, I don't feel like I'm tugging on my face, because you know what I'm saying, right? You know, like when you wear serkup and then like you're trying to keep your makeup on, trying not to dirty your inner cap, and then you're just trying to like fit your head into this cap. I feel like it's not, I don't struggle. Okay, like this is one of those that I don't struggle. One that I struggle with is the Adina Anis one. That one I like when I want to wear, right? Wow, it's a struggle, man. But when I put it on, it's fine lah. But when I want to put it on, it's a struggle. It's like, oh my god, my face. Then my face contorts to like a really weird look. I think it's time for me to share with you guys my favorite one. So how do I constitute as a favorite inner cap is it's one that I always end up reaching out for when I'm picking out my hijab for the day. It is one that I feel very comfortable in and that goes with every single hijab and hijab style that I frequent. It doesn't give me a lot of problems. It doesn't, like the slip backness, even though it doesn't make me angry. Yeah. So, and also yes, the price. I think that the price is very like mid-range. It's not like super expensive, and yeah, it's just within budget lah. I think that it's reasonably priced for what you get. So my favorite inner cap is from Tudung People. So I'm really happy. Oh my god guys, I'm so happy that I finally can share with you. And to be honest, before I filmed this video, I didn't know what was my favorite one, but the fact that I actually bought a third piece of this Najwa inner necktie, inner cap from Tudung People, just goes to show that I really enjoy this inner cap. And I'm actually wearing one underneath right now, and yeah, like I said, it is the inner cap that I always end up picking out when I want to like go out and choose my hijab. And I mean, it just says a lot. Like you know what I'm saying, right? Like you have that favorite pair of socks that you always want to use with your sneakers, or that favorite bag, or that favorite tudung, or like just something that you end up keep, or that favorite shoe. Actually, I have a favorite shoe. My favorite shoe is my Onitsuka Tigers, the gold one. Every time I will just end up using that shoe or wearing that shoe. It's the same with this inner cap. Every time I want to pick out my hijab and everything, my inner cap, I will most probably choose this. It could also be because of the colors that I bought it in. I bought it in majority like neutral colors. This is in the color meringue. And I forgot what other colors I got, but it's all very like neutral brownish tones, which works really well with cream hijabs, with white hijabs, and like everything in between. And I think that it's just like perfect. So this is my favorite one. I hope that you guys, if you try it, you like it as much as I do. But just remember, and like, it's just a subjective thing lah. You have to understand and you have to remember that what may work for me may not work for you. But this is my recommendation. I really like this a lot, and just expect it to slip back, but I don't think it will slip back that much because I have not experienced it slipping back rabak like super teruk. Never. Alright guys, so those were the 7 inner hijab caps that I have reviewed and tried out over the last 7 months that I've been wearing the hijab, alhamdulillah. And I really hope that this video was helpful for all of you, and I know that you guys have been asking and you want to know my thoughts on like inner caps and all that, and what is my favorite, what is the best. So again, I reiterate that I still feel that there's no best inner cap, in my opinion, as far as these 7 that I've tried. I'm sure there are more, and do let me know in the comment section down below if you have found your perfect hijab inner that you cannot live without, because I would love to try if I haven't tried it yet. And yeah, just let me know what you think if you have tried any of these inners that I mentioned in today's video. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any tips and tricks of how to make them work better, just comment down below, because it might help not just myself but any of the sisters out there who are looking for a brand new inner to try. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you guys soon in my next video. Bye!